come on in. Good
Hi.
morning. How are you?
Fine, fine. You, how are you?
I'm good. I'm lit.
I'm Jose Bowman. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Please take a seat.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So I know you're interested in the internship for informational systems. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I would say I'm a really responsible person. Many people have told me that I'm a really hardworking person, that I'm really flexible. I'm able to multitask. And personally, when it comes to this job, this is something that I really want to learn about, to really improve myself, that I know that I will give my best about it because I'm so passionate about it.
Okay. And what skills in specific do you think that will benefit our company?
Well, I would say that I have the basics for this internship in information systems. I'm a Not many people know this about me, but on the side, I'm a really geeky person. I really like things about computer and information system and data analysis and all this kind of stuff. And even though uh, I I don't got like uh, all the professional skills, I know that by working with you, I will be able to improve myself and to gain all the skills that maybe I'm lacking about it. But I'm really confident that I have the skills to start with it.
Okay. And aside from this, what would you say is one of your weaknesses?
I would say that one of my weaknesses, well, for example, when I was in high school, I was a really responsible, very undisciplined person. But now that I'm an undergraduate, I have improved this by managing my time, trying to be more responsible, submitting my work at least one day before submission. So I know this is one of my weaknesses, but since then until now, and for the future, I know that I will continue improving this because I know I'm already doing it.
All right. And how do you see yourself in 10 years? What are your goals and expectations for the future?
Well, in 10 years, I hope to master this field by working with your company. I hope that, well, I know that this job will give me the skills and improvement that I need to become a master's on this profession. And I will be continue creating value for you, for your company. As years pass by, I know that my contribution to the value of the company is gonna be bigger and bigger. And at the same time, I'm really confident about this because I know that I want to do my master's on data analysis or anything or any branch that has to do with information system. So I know I will be able to keep doing and improving my hard work.
Well, that's great. I only have one more question. Um, why do you want this job? Why should we hire you?
Well, personally, I think that you should hire me because this is something that I really like. I'm really passionate about it. And honestly, I think that's really important. Many people around the globe don't see information technology as something really important, but I think that's one of the most important thing for a company. It's something that it's continuously updating. It's something that it's gonna keep it changing, and it's something that we need to do and know in order to improve mostly any business. So
I agree.
I know that's something really important, and at the same time I know that it's something I'm really passionate about. I know that your job will give me and will make me improve the skills to become a professional in that field.
So do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I would like to know how would you describe a typical day or week of work here?
All right. Well, you're obviously going to be working with a lot of data. You're going to be subdivided into different teams, and you're going to have a specific task. You're going to deal with a lot of databases, classifying and organizing this data with our softwares. Did this answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for coming. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I already have your information. We'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Please come in.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you, Amulet.
Nice to meet you. I'm the HR manager. Would you please sit down?
Thank you.
I see that you're interested in the music media department internship, and I'd first like to know a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a business student. I'm currently in my senior year. I'm finishing. I'm very good with numbers. I'm very diligent, and I love music. I've always been involved with it. My dad played the guitar to me when I was a little girl, and that's basically what hooked me.
Could you please tell me some of the strengths that you could bring to this company?
Yes. I love music, and I've been learning it since I was a little kid. I have finished my piano studies. I know how to read music. I've taken classes about music history, like the classic background. I also have training in vocal singing. I'm currently learning guitar.
That's great.
And yes, I continuously update myself in all the current trends in the music media area, and I'm very good with numbers, and I belong to the Sigma Beta Delta Society, which shows that I'm at the top of my class, and I'm very responsible.
I'm sure, because I'm also part of the
Oh.
Sigma Beta Delta. Yeah. So I am sure that in that area, yes, you're responsible. So now tell me a little bit about your weaknesses.
Well, I would say that time management. Nevertheless, I have improved a lot in this area, because in high school I tended to arrive a little bit late to places and maybe leave things for the last minute, but I have improved, and I know how to schedule my time so I can deliver and make the most out of my time.
So convince me. Tell me, why should I hire you?
Well, business and music are my passions, are both the things that I love, and this internship is the perfect fit for me because it merges both of these areas. If you hire me, you're going to get someone that's passionate, that really loves what they do, and that is driven to be the best at whatever area they choose to work with.
Now that I see that you're focused into coming into our company, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, I want to be the best at what I do. I want to develop and nurture my skills. I want to learn the most about the people that really know about the subject. One of the most creative thinkers of the area are within this company, and that's one of the reasons why I would love to build a career here.
And now, do you have any questions for me?
I see that you have a lot of facilities around the country, and I would love for the experience to work in different environments. Is this a possibility with the internship, or?
I think that it's definitely a possibility. Perhaps not in the internship, but later on, and after you've acquired enough experience to be moved around, I think that's definitely possible.
That's great.
But with time. And so, I think this was great today, and we'll keep in touch. I'll contact you, and I was really impressed.
Well, thank you very much. It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a nice.
Please come in.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Carla Carante.
Hi, Carla. How are you?
Great, thank you. How are you?
Please, you may take a seat.
Thank you.
So, Carla, here I see you're applying for the assistant manager position in the logistic department here on CCN. Carla, please tell me a little bit about yourself.
So currently I am studying in Unibre. I'm doing a bachelor's in business administration. And I recently realized during an operations class that supply management and logistics are something that I'm really passionate about. I love solving problems. I love the challenge of working between the suppliers and the customers and getting the product through. That's something I want to do for the rest of my life.
That's great, Carla. And what do you think are some of your strengths? Things that you think that will benefit this company?
One of my strengths, which coworkers noticed right away, is how organized I am. I'm very organized. I keep my agenda. I'm one of those people who writes down everything. As soon as some assignment is sent to me, I try to start working with it and at least planning how I'm going to go about it. And I really try to get tasks done efficiently, but if there was one thing that I definitely value, it's quality. That's what I look for, and that's why I'm organized, because I believe that in order to achieve quality, you need to be organized and take time to do things.
That's great. That's great, Carla. And Carla, tell me something. Why do you want this job?
I want this job because after seeing how big the company is and how many logistics they deal with day to day, I see that there's a lot of opportunity for me to learn because of how big this company is. I believe that there's a lot of different challenges within the supply chain that I can learn from, and that's why I see it as a great learning opportunity.
That's great, Carla. But Carla, we already talked about your strengths, but tell me something you would say it's one of your weaknesses.
One of my weaknesses is working with people who are procrastinators. And that comes from the fact that I'm a very organized person, and so it becomes hard to work with people who don't do their tasks timely. However, I still have to work with that, so I do it. But I'm not the best at it simply because I believe that when you procrastinate as a person, you're completing your tasks so fast that quality gets compromised halfway through. And that's why I'm not very good with people who are procrastinators.
Okay. And Carla, please try to describe me a situation where you felt a lot of pressure, that you thought it was a really difficult situation, and how you overcome it.
Well, I've had many situations with procrastinators, and I'll mention one. I had to work with a group of people who were mostly procrastinators, and it was a final project for college for you to understand the situation. So what I did was, when I realized that the work wasn't getting done halfway through the deadline, I called in for a meeting so that we can reassess their abilities and what they like working with the most, so that it motivates them to get the task done. From there, I looked at what was left, what responsibilities were not being taken care of, and I took them for myself and worked with those while they did the tasks that they were most likely going to complete on time. And that's how I worked with it pretty much, and it worked out pretty well. I obviously had to be behind a certain amount of people, but I did it.
I'm sure in the end you really worked out well. You show really characteristics of a leader there, Carla. I really like that. But Carla, why do you think we should hire you?
I think that you should hire me because I, first of all, speak 3 languages. I speak French, English, and Spanish. Knowing that many products in this country come from the United States, my English abilities, my level, is more than good enough for effectively communicating with suppliers and whoever needs communication for the supply chain in a way that looks professional and that gets the job done. On top of that, with my organizational skills, I also always try to forecast about the different alternatives that may occur when doing certain tasks. There may be challenges along the way, and so I was trying to think of those challenges ahead so that if they do appear, I'm ready to solve them and I have a plan B per se. And that's why I think you should hire me, because I'm able to perform those tasks.
Okay, Carla. Carla, what are your goals for the future? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I definitely see myself working in the supply management and logistics department in a more challenging position where I can continue to learn but also apply the skills that I've learned along the way, including from the masters, which I will be completing in supply chain management and logistics, so that I can bring more expertise to my professional life, and that's where I see myself working in supply chain management, because that's what I like to do.
Good, Carla. Well, Carla, that was all. Do you have any question for me?
I was wondering, what are the main challenges that you see most often in this industry?
Well, Carla, I will say that the biggest challenge that you're going to be facing in this industry, for example, we talked about that you have problem dealing with procrastinators or people that are not going to be doing his job as good as probably you will be going to do. For example, let's say that you, for example, come up with a meeting with a supplier, and maybe that supplier is not as organized as you are, and probably you're gonna feel the same way when you were dealing with the procrastinators. I will say that basically that will be the biggest challenge you will be facing in the supply chain management department.
I believe that I'll take on that challenge anyways.
Okay.
As
Anyways, Carla, we have all of your information. It was nice meeting you, and we will keep in contact.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the time that you've given me. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Carla.